Hello and happy Independence Day. Boy, ain't it great to be an American. I'm going to tell you, this week I'm on the road with the SPRA taking a little trip down memory lane with the Southern Rodeo Company to Hiawassee, Georgia's first ever Hiawassee, Georgia Pro Rodeo. Now the gates opened at 6 last weekend. The show started at 8. It was absolutely electrifying. If you don't think people are ready to get out of the house and out of quarantine and come see rodeo, you should go back to the Southern Rodeo Facebook page and check those pictures out. It was absolutely standing room only by 7:15. My man, Mr. David Sharp, commanding the mic all weekend, keeping everybody informed, keeping them up to date of what was going on, along with phenomenal Magnolia State rodeo clown, Mr. Dusty Myers, making you belly laugh from the time they started until we bucked the last bull. Now I'm going to tell you, the people at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds were absolutely phenomenal putting this on. Ms. Hilda Thomason, we thank you so much for everything you do. The Towns County Commissioner, Mr. Cliff Bradshaw, as well. Man, the Towns County Convention Chairman, Mr. Ronnie Phillips, and all the board members with that, along with all of our first responders, our Sheriff's Department, our firefighters, our EMS. That's the backbone of each one of our counties across our great nation. Now, this is how it all shook out. We started off with the bareback. That's when a bareback horse, one hand on the suitcase type handle, one hand in the air. The crowd was electrifying, waving back at the cowboy with that free hand. Tanner Phillips, 78 points for the win. Then we go down to the saddle bronc. Big bad snorty broncs with a saddle on them. The cowboy, Landon Marler, 78 championship points for the win there. Then we go to the big man's event. Mr. Charlie Langley slammed the steer down in 5.4 seconds to take home the victory. Our tie-down calf roping, something that they still use on the working ranches every day. 11.4 seconds was the win. Mr. Timothy Podscott was the cowboy. We went from the tie-down roping right into the girls' breakaway roping. The cowgirl, Ms. Marley Malcolm, came in there. She was roping next. She was cashing checks in 3.1 seconds. Then we go to the dynamic duo, the team roping, one of my favorite events because it takes two people to create one time. 5.6 seconds was the time that the steer was stretched out. Mr. Lyle Reed and Mr. Zach Varner were the cowboys that toppled over everybody. Pretty Cowgirls and Lightning Fast American Quarter Horses is where we visited next. That's Cowgirls around 3 barrels in a cloverleaf shape. Cowgirl Barrel Racing topped us off with 13.68 and 2. Alyssa McFarland was the Cowgirl with the win. Then we went down to our last event, the one that everybody's waiting on, Big Bad Bucket Bovines, bull riding. Bull riding. Mr. Randy Samuels, son, 84 championship points there, took home the win. Mr. Justin Etheridge also making a great, phenomenal bull ride. And if you were there, you got to see Justin stand on the top rail of the fence, flip over backwards for a backflip. The crowd went wild. Absolutely amazing. Man, Southern Rodeo Company is our reigning SPRA Stock Contractor of the Year for a reason. They put on phenomenal productions, not just your regular backyard rodeo. Now let me tell you what's coming up with the SPRA. It's all happening July the 17th and 18th. Our first stop is going to be in Tuscaloosa, Alabama at Sokol Park. Sokol Park is a multiple-time outdoor rodeo of the year for the SPRA. Multiple-time stock contractor of the year, former stock contractor of the year, Double Creek Rodeo Company, that's Mr. Bill and Ms. Angela Hudson, putting those shows on, man, doing a phenomenal job there. My man, Mr. Austin Williams, commanding the mic. Not only has he commanded the mic at that rodeo, he's been the man you've heard on the microphone at the SPFR for the last, I don't know how many umpteen years. He does a phenomenal job as well. You can also go across the state of Alabama and slide across that Georgia line for your 15th annual Carrollton, Georgia Stampede. 15 years, guys. This is 15 phenomenal years in the making for this right here. Southern Rodeo Company, your reigning stock contractor of the year. They're there teaming up with the committee chairman, Ms. Sherry Wilkins from the Cowboy Shop, who, as a matter of fact, she's also a former SPRA world champion. That's a great group of people. It's going to be a great rodeo. That's going to be July the 17th and the 18th, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Sokol Park. It's going to be July the 17th and the 18th as well. Carrollton, Georgia. Carrollton, Georgia Stampede, 15th annual rodeo. Guys, you don't want to miss that fast, furious, wild and western rodeo action on the road with the SPRA. Y'all come see.